Hello. Hello. Welcome, everybody. I mean, not any button like that. Come on now. We watered the plants. We did some farming today. We did the stuff in the things all day long. And now, we ate, we showered, we cleaned up, and now we are here. We are here. I'm about to move this camera over there. Because I'm looking over there. I think we do it. Oh, no, I can't. I can't do it. I can't do it because it's attached to stuff and things. It's attached. Oh, maybe I can just move the cord. There we go. We're moving the cord. There we go. I'm moving this over here. Because this is where the chat is. We'll put it right above the chat. So, like, when I'm looking at the chat, we're looking right at you. Looking right at you. I'm gonna turn on my volume a little bit. There we go. Oh, what happened? What'd I do? Oh, there we go. So, I went to, I was showing me 0 viewers on Twitch. Did something not work right on Twitch? Is something not... It shows 0. And it shows Subnautica. It is not Subnautica. It is Dungeons and Dragons. How dare it do me dirty like that? Now everybody's gonna think I was doing Subnautica things, but I'm not. There we go. How dare it? How dare it do that to me? How dare it do me dirty like that? Yeah. tell my daughter I'm screaming. She sent me a Snapchat and I haven't had a chance to look at it, but you know, that's okay. So we're gonna open this back up so that I can see the thing. We're gonna dump this out because I want. Oops. There we go. I want to be able to see if I get. Look that overlay. There we go. So we have who all went to free RPG day today? Who did free RPG day? My peoples. My peoples. Who did free RPG day today? Anybody score some really good stuff? Anybody have some really good games today? It keeps asking me if I want to. Okay. We're adding some more music to the list. Okay, dude, Vice Mod, you gotta stop. This other camera is gonna get pulled. It has lost its it has lost privileges. This other camera. It's driving me nuts. I can't. Boom. No, we'll see if I keep getting. That wasn't the camera. It's my normal camera. Doing stuff and things. Being a pain. So we're gonna see where the cord goes. Okay, we're following the cord. It is plugged all the way in. So it should not be giving me grief. It is not an audio source that I want to be using. Did we lose the camera? We lost the camera because camera things. Did it come back? Nope. Did it come back? What the? Bro. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. This one we're gonna add to that. We're gonna go ahead and add that too. We'll add that one. We're gonna have random music throughout. Dude, that's fine. This was just showing my fridge there. That's not really a fridge. That's so cool. Welcome. We are playing with the musics because my playlist is not long enough for a however many hour stream that I'm gonna be doing here, but we are gonna be doing some D&D stuff. Like I said, how many of you did the RPG day, the free RPG day today at your local gaming store? Yes, I took my daughter and my nephew to our local gaming store, like half an hour away. I'll show you guys what we scored. So, Dungeons and Kittens. I might have to turn off the thing so we can see. We'll just turn that off. Dungeons and Kittens. Dungeons and Kittens. So, this is one my daughter picked out. We only pick out three things, from there, each of us. And, my nephew got, the deal that gives the, it's basically like a sticky notepad, but it's for at the end of sessions, which is like super cool. It's only like this big, but it has all the pertinent information: the date, the session, the campaign, the DM, and then a place for your random like end of session notes, right? So the Dungeons and Kittens, I keep seeing this, like, not this adventure, but like the book itself in my local gaming store. Guys, I'm gonna turn on the fan. It's getting kind of warm in here. Give me a second. There we go. And it is cooling off outside, so that's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice. So we got that. Dungeons and Kittens, right? This is the quick start. It's the adventure is an afternoon outing. I haven't read any of these yet, but I'm super excited. Maybe we'll run some of these on stream. Maybe we'll get some people together. Some people from the community, some viewers. We'd be like, hey, this is the game we're running. I'll have to figure out like how I decide who can like join the game and stuff. Do it. Oh, I'm like, where's the music? I need to finish adding. Give me a second. Okay, let's go back to the playlist. Can I refresh this thing? There we go, 17 tracks. It's only 59 minutes. Well, I'm gonna have to work on that. I'm definitely gonna have to work on that. Let me know if the music is not loud enough, okay? I am something's behind. There we go. But these give you like what is Dungeons and Kittens? The kingdom of cats. Cats believe themselves to be at the center of the world. Of course they do. I mean, why wouldn't they, you know? Cat Tree City. In the Algic. Which is like magic, I guess? Perhaps. They give you a little map of, exiled kittens. What? So, and then it gives you a kitten, or it tells you about, like, your characters that you can create, actions, triples. So I imagine, playing the game, spellbook, playing the game, character traits, heart points, fur and ship points. Okay. Interesting stuff. So maybe we'll have to read this and we'll have to play one of these. We'll have to play this adventure on stream or something. There's Crooked Moon. This is full core role playing for 4 level 3 characters. Advantress Entertainment. So, and I don't know what gaming systems these are. Like, these are all. I'm super new to tabletop role playing games, so figuratively speaking, I guess, you know. D&D's over 50 years old, and, like, I'm not that old, you know, so. But there's a Dunsparce in the chat. If you play Pokemon, check that out. It's gonna be another ad here in about 12 minutes. We can run longer ads each time to extend without pre-rolls. I think this is like the Cricket Moon has the Adventurous. So this one's gonna give you the adventure. It's gonna tell you a little bit about where you're at. Then it gives you the adventure background, adventure summary. So each of these is a little bit different on the way that it is set up. NPCs gonna give me quest hook. This kind of looks cool. This kind of looks creepy. This one. This is kind of fun. First floor gives you maps, kind of similar to D&D. Yeah. There's a lot of words in this one. There's a lot of stuff. So this one doesn't really. It's not really giving me the like how to play vibe. It's more giving me like, here's a free adventure. It says 5e. You'll need 5e basic rules or core books. As this chapter assumes familiarity with the game's mechanics, as a game master, it is your role to play as the world and everything else in it. You are the crooked house itself, the creaking floors, the warped walls, and the beasts and spirits that dwell within. You are also guiding the players. You take the role of player characters, referred to as characters in this adventure. They are the protagonists of this horror story, and you are responsible for being their senses. They cannot fully experience the terror of the Crooked House without knowing what they see, hear, smell, and touch. So I guess I'm gonna have to get like some, like the 5e core rules, you know, in order to play this. This is just an adventure. But it kind of looks... I don't think I will. It has strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, charisma. It has proficiency, initiative, level, XP, inspiration, armor class. It looks just... Each of these character sheets looks just like... Yeah, it's just 5e. It's just 5e. These character sheets actually look really cool. They're almost easier to... I'm not sure if these are player character sheets. Yeah, no, these are player character sheets, so I can show them to you. So, as you can see, they have, you know, like, I could totally play this without having to, because I know D&D, 5e, I could play this. This was a druid class, so, yeah, the weapons cantrip of damage, Thorn Whip, Wild Shape, Ball and Branch, When you cast Shillelagh, you can use your weapon and shield to glow into your hands, which vanish when the spell ends. You can't be forced to drop your weapon or shield. So it kind of gives you a little bit. So it's just like 5e. That's actually pretty cool. So this is just a 5e adventure. The Crooked Moon. The Crooked House. The Crooked House. So there's a good one. That's another one my daughter picked out. She also grabbed this one, Avatar Legends, the role-playing game. I'm gonna kind of go a little bit faster through these. This one is rated E for everyone. Expanded setting material. This is actually Adventure 2. Full adventure complete with NPC write-ups and mechanics. Expanded setting material for the Roku era. Takukak, the legendary NPC, a powerful character able to teach special techniques. 5 pre-generated character playbooks tailored to this adventure that help you jump into the action. 18 impressive combat techniques to learn and master. So, so this must have its own set of game mechanics. Loyalty, confidence. I think I might have looked at this before. Basic moves. So this might be interesting. Using this adventure. Okay. The 18th ever running game of Avatar Legends, a role-playing game before this adventure is a great way to start. It includes all the elements you need for an exciting episode of your very own. Fire and Brimstone can also be used in an ongoing Roku-era campaign. The adventure is set in the Fire Nation and features a summit of international diplomats, making it perfect for a political or disparate group of heroes. So it is a specific set of game mechanics, and it sounds like it will show you how to play. Getting started. Important characters and groups. A lot of words that I'm gonna have trouble pronouncing, but you know, that's the way it is. Important locations. GM advice. Player knowledge versus PC knowledge and clues. Questioning people, running simultaneous scenes, shifting from politics to fighting. Additional questions. What if my players focus on the diplomatic problems? Handle it diplomatically. Okay. And then it starts going into characters, I think. Okay, I didn't see an adventure. Did I miss the adventure? Oh, this is going to be different. This one's going to definitely be different, for sure. The Avatar one. So we might have to do some additional investigation into that. Dolmenwood. Quick start rules and adventure. The Weaver and the Red Cap. My nephew picked this one out. Grabbed this one. So this one is a quick start. It sounds like in this game, the DM is called the referee. Required materials. To experience your first foray in Dolmenwood, you'll need the following. 1 referee, the game master who will read this book and run the adventures. 3 to 6 players, participants who will each take on the role of an adventurer in Dolmenwood. Polyhedral dice. Standard RPG dice primarily D4, D6, D8, and D20. notebook, pencils, and blank paper for making notes and mapping. So that one sounds neat. It gives me a really cool map in the beginning, in the front. So that's kind of cool. The High Wood, High Ankle, Castle Everdusk. That's kind of a cool map. I think this one I might like this one. Or game rules. The dice rolls, character statistics, core game rules all fit on one page. Basic rules, 1 page of basic rules. Hey guys, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna run the ads here in a minute. I'm gonna show you I'm gonna quick run through the rest of the ones that we scored here. So, we got Basin, Nordic horror role playing. Okay. Not sure what kind of the Archivist Cursed. This is a quick start rules guide. I don't know the game, but the game mechanics, game system on that one. And then I grabbed Tradition of Destruction, Vampire the Masquerade. I'm kind of looking forward to this. I'm not going to play it in the radar version. I'm probably going to play it PG-13 plus, maybe. More blood and that kind of stuff. No sex. I don't think that's necessary. So, but I'm kind of looking forward to that. To playing that one, to reading through this and playing it with some people. So probably more mature audience for that one. And then I don't really like this. It's things to go to heck Pathfinder. I figured this way I could learn Pathfinder a little bit. It sounds like Pathfinder is fun. I think this is a Pathfinder adventure for 7th level characters. So I don't know if this is a quick start or not. Free online Pathfinder reference document. So I have to find the rules. So it's an adventure that I can run. And I could probably run it in regular D&D if I wanted to, but and then the Dying Spire, Daggerheart, a tier 2 adventure. I'm looking forward to reading through this because I've never played Daggerheart and I'm kind of curious about it. And we got a cool Goblin Hunt sticker for doing the thing at the RPG place. Thanks for hanging out for the ads. We'll get right into it after these messages. Remember, as any level sub, if you're a subscriber at any level, you get no ads, and you are very much appreciated in this channel. And I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for just watching too. I mean. We are missing something. There we go. So we did some things with the dice rolls and this whole thing. I'm actually gonna turn back on this thing. Oh, that. And then, oh, there we go. There we go. Do I want that like that? There we go. There we go. There's my character sheet. Okay, now we're good. Another Pokemon. A Gastrodon has appeared. Let me know what you guys think about the cool, this. Oops. Oh, I can't move that. Okay. To make things more comfortable for me, let's see if I can pull my keyboard out. There we go. There we go. And then, so we're gonna do a test roll. Make sure it shows up. And it didn't show up. Why didn't it work? It requires more permissions. It disabled itself. Okay. Alright. So that was weird that it just disabled itself. Like, how dare you? How dare you? So now let's try this again. Oh, I probably have to refresh. Let's refresh and then we'll try again. Okay. There we go. So I'm just gonna roll initiative with advantage. Seriously, I rolled 2 10s? Bro. Bro. That's crazy. I thought... it was gonna give me the, Oh, I wonder if I got ahead of it. I wanted to give out the stand results. Yes. And then how do I save that? Alright. We're gonna make the dice size a little bit larger. Save that. Save that. Okay, let's try it again. Shall we? One plus two is the 3. Alright. Alright, are we ready to play? Are we ready to play? Who's ready? Who is ready? Are you ready? So last time we got the mission from Tendarius, the wizard. Chutney went ahead of us, and it sounds like he was captured by the goblins here at Grammy's Bakery. It's a rundown place. They're asking me some questions. I'll reread the last one, and then we'll go from there. We will go from there, peoples. Oops. There we go. Grump's large ears twitch at this. I'm like interrogating this guy. I'm Dr. ForeHead, a warlock. You guys can see all my stats there. If you have questions about something or something I'm gonna use, just let me know. I'm gonna turn down the music a little bit. So it's not. Probably gonna skip this one. Can I? Or should we? I'm trying to figure out what the best music's gonna be for in the background. Because I want to have it just set and be listening and not have to worry about it being something weird, you know? I would really like to be able to be like, oh, I'm gonna play this playlist during this, and this playlist during that. Maybe I do that. Create playlists for different moods. Different moods in D&D on Epidemic Sounds. Alright, and then we can worry about it later, right? Do we want to do like some chill, like melodic techno or something? Let's do that. Low tempo, maybe. Um, so create a playlist for ambient D&D music that will play in the background for any type of encounter or roleplay environment. Let's see what is it not gonna let me send it? Oh, it's loading. I was like, dude, come on. So we'll do that. Okay. Grump's large ears twitch at the name, and he nods so hard his oversized leather collar shifts. He looks genuinely relieved that you're asking questions instead of reducing him to a pile of ash. Chutney, yes, Chutney, Grump squeaks, waving his hands rapidly. He came here a couple days ago, looking for some old paper, the recipe, but Cheetiag didn't let him leave. Cheetiag took paper because Cheats love pies. We all love pies. They make us feel so strong, so happy. Grump leans in slightly, casting a nervous glance toward the back door where the other goblin fled. Cheetiag has Chutney locked up. He's down in the cellar. He's locked in the pantry room. Cheat says Chutney is a traitor for trying to give Grammy's sacred pie recipe. Pie paper to outside wizard. If you want Chutney, he's down below. But your guy could pass Chief's push your guards to get that guy. I'm not sure that I like it giving me these questions at the end. Dr. ForeHead asks, am I going to have any trouble with you if I let you live? If I let you go? I'm gonna try to give it like specific questions, like do it piecemeal so that I can just keep going. I think that's what I want. I don't think I want a bunch of stuff, you know, like my thumb whistled at me. I'm trying to figure out why it whistled at me. Grump's oversized ears droop completely. He flattens himself as much as possible against the floor, looking up at you with wide, watery eyes. He shakes his head so vigorously his teeth rattle. No, not trouble. Not trouble at all, great wizard, he squeaks, raising his green hands in a frantic gesture of surrender. Grump just wanted to beg. Cheetiag says we gotta fight and be mean, but Grump just likes mixing the batter. If you let Grump go, Grump runs outside window, hides in the bushes, and goes far, far away from here. No biting, no scratching me. Promise. He stays frozen on the floor, trembling slightly, completely at your mercy. The cramped kitchen around you smells intensely of burnt crust, stale yeast, and the copper tang of old blood. To your immediate left, a large, grease-stained wooden prep table stands cluttered with rusted cleavers and rolling pans. Behind Grump, a set of heavy, battered double doors, splattered with grease and marked with countless stuffs, leads further into the back of the bakery where the stairs to the cellar are located. Over to the right side of the room, a small cracked window stands slightly ajar, letting in a thin breeze and a view of the overgrown weeds outside. Up above, the heavy rhythmic thump, 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 and high-pitched cackling from the second floor continue to vibrate through the wooden ceiling planks. What does Dr. ForeHead do? So I am going, Dr. ForeHead asks Grump, do you want to work? Do you like baking, huh? I have a proposition for you. If you start gathering can you get a list together of what ingredients might be still usable here? But if you can then maybe we can take it back where I came from, and I can see about getting you some baking lessons with a great baker. What do you think about all that? Let's see how this works, huh? Let's see it. I'm gonna try to. I think I want to move the camera back. I don't know about this. Grump's wide ears instantly perk up, tracking your words like a hound catching a scent. The terrified whimpering stops, replaced by a rapid, bewildering blinking as his brain processes the word proposition. When you mention baking lessons of the great baker, his jaw drops completely, exposing a row of jagged, surprisingly clean green teeth. He sits up completely, forgetting his posture of absolute surrender, his long fingers twitching with sudden excitement. Lessons, Grump whispers, his voice cracking slightly. With a great baker? Not just making sludge pies for Chief Yeg, real pastries, sweet cream, soft breads. He looks around the greasy, blood-stained kitchen, his eyes landing on the rusted cleavers and the set-covered prep table. A look of intense disdain crosses his face as he looks at the ruined state of the room. Then he looks back at you, nodding so fast his oversized leather collar shifts again. Non-verbal cues in social interactions like this heavily influence the direction of the scene. What? What's this? Basic. Why is not sure why that just popped up all of a sudden. Yes, Grump can do that. His hands gesturing lively toward the cluttered corners of the room. The goblins, they ruined lots of stuff. They used the flour sacks for target practice, and they spilled the good molasses on the floor to trap the rats. But back in the dry pans corner, behind the old iron stove, there are sealed clay jars. Chief Yeg doesn't know what's in them because he can't read the outside labels, but Gump knows. There's fine white sugar with the southern traders, dried currants, and secret tin cans of baking powder that haven't been opened yet. Gump can make a list. Gump knows exactly what is still pure and sweet. He hesitates for a second, casting a nervous, fearful glance up at the ceiling planks as another heavy thump echoes from the second floor, accompanied by that distant maddening cackle. He lowers his voice to a conspiratorial hiss. But Grump has to be quiet. If the guards or the chiefs hear Grump counting sacks instead of sharpening blades, they will throw Grump in a pile. And it's you promise you take Grump away to Big Baker? Oh, you promise? The rhythmic vibration from upstairs continues to rattle. A loose iron ladle hanging on the wall beside you. Grump stays sitting on the floor, looking up at Dr. ForeHead with a mixture of intense hope and lingering terror, waiting for your response. Dr. ForeHead, says, I have to rescue Chutney. But I also want to keep you safe. Is Chutney safe if I take care of whatever is frightening you from upstairs? And let's see. I might try to tell it to give me shorter answers or responses. It seems like there's a lot going on there. I mean, it's not horrible, but Grump's large ears twitch back, flattening slightly against his head as you mention Chutney and the source of the noise upstairs. He shrinks back just a bit, his hands coming up to nervously wring the fabric of his oversized tunic. Chutney? Grump repeats, his voice dropping to a tense, hurried whisper. The wrinkly little one, though, lonely. He's up there. Chief Yegg took him up to the high quarters hours ago. The chief was shouting about magic recipes and secret ingredients. If the chief is angry, or if the other thing up there is hungry, Chutney is not safe for long. He points a trembling green finger towards the ceiling planks right above the prep table, where another dull thunk reverberates through the wood. The chief's quarters are right above us, Grump explains, casting wary glances around the kitchen layout to make sure no other goblins are sneaking up. But to get up there, you have to leave this kitchen through the heavy oak door on the north wall that leads into the main dining hall, where the rest of the guards usually drink and gamble. There is a grand wooden staircase in the back of the hall that goes straight up to the chief's level. You to leave this kitchen to the heavy oak door to the north, leads into main dining hall, where there's a grand wooden staircase in the back of that hall. The hall that goes straight up to the chief's level, but is guarded, always guarded. Okay. The kitchen room is darkly lit only by the dying embers of a massive soot-blackened hearth along the eastern wall. I'm not sure I want to read all this. I think I want to follow and go, right? The north wall features a heavy iron-banded oak door that leads out into the main dining hall. Faint sounds of rowdy laughter, clinking mugs, and arguments and gobbling can be heard muffled through the wood. The east wall, dominated by the great hearth and a massive rusted iron pie oven large enough to fit a halfling. A cluttered prep table sits nearby, covered in old bones and stained cleavers. The south wall, the area where you initially entered, shadowed and piled high with broken crates. The west corner behind the iron stove, a narrow, cramped pantry alcove where Grump was hiding. It's choked with dust, but you can see the tops of the sealed clay jars he mentioned earlier, tucked safely away from the rest of the kitchen. Is still at the ceiling, thick exposed wooden beams. Every few moments, a heavy vibration travels through them from the floor directly above, accompanied by a faint, wet, sliding sound that occasional erratic cackling. Grump remains crouched near the prep table, looking at the Dr. ForeHead with wide, anxious eyes, waiting to see what you will do next. I'm going to... I think I'm going to find familiar. Where's my familiar? Where did I decide my familiar was? Wrong page. Over here. I didn't really say what my familiar was, did I? Because with this, I should be able to use different. Oh, there we go. Pseudo dragon. Yeah. So I'm trying to remember what each of these are. It's thing, it can fly. Going to summon my familiar. There's gonna be an ad here in about 30 seconds, guys. I appreciate if you hang out. I will type out what I'm gonna do, and then when we come back from the ad, I will go over what I put in, and I will read through the thing. All right. Thank you guys for hanging out with me for that. I appreciate it. But you know what? Let's see what I'm typing. That's kind of... Is that too small? I kind of want to reflavor the, there's another Pokemon in there. I kind of want to reflavor the Sting. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm just gonna say a flying lava shark. We'll leave the Sting and we'll leave all that stuff alone. So it will have glowing things. Glowing yellow, orange, lava colored veins. Hey, I caught that crab. Bomb in a ball. Crab bomb in a ball. I will ask Frank. Frank is the to sneak into the room ahead of me and see if wait a second, what? Oh. I can get magic resistance from the Sea Dragons. Okay. So, and see if we can, if I can get a heads up on the situation in that level before going with what was it? What was the wall? Through the door to the north. Do you have the stat block for the familiar? And it's updated stats for my act of the books, act of the chain. Let's see what it says. Let's see what it says. That sounds like an incredibly BA flavor for a familiar. A flying water shark with glowing veins is absolutely perfect for setting a striking fury aesthetic. Because you're a warlock with the back of the chain, your familiar gains several significant upgrades over a standard fine familiar casting. Per the rules, when you take the attack action, you can forego one of your own attacks to allow your familiar to make one attack of its own with its reaction. Additionally, if you have specific eldritch indications like investment of the Chainmaster, its capabilities can be pushed even further, but let's look at the baseline updated stats for your suited dragon first. My flying lava shark. Yeah, looks right. Why is it good? Oh. Okay. A D20. Where? Right here. So 13 plus 4. Why didn't that show up on there? Oh, I can do this. Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. No. Oh, man. That was a horrible stealth roll. What are you and Dr. ForeHead doing while you wait? I am Dr. ForeHead. That's like roll day. Now on. Plus 4. Hey, just nobody, how's it going? For a total of 5. Hey, thank you for tapping into the YouTube, man. I appreciate you. Yeah, I need to turn on some things. There we go. What are we doing while he's doing that? I am using my ability to see through my familiar's eyes. So I am standing there, motionless, focusing on what my familiar sees. Okay, Frank slides out from the pantry alcove, his tiny winged lava shark body casting a faint, warm orange glow against the floorboards as he approaches the heavy iron-banded door to the north as he attempts to squeeze beneath the slight gap in the warped wooden frame. His tail fin accidentally smacks against a rusted iron hinge plate with a loud metallic clang. Through Frank's eyes, your vision suddenly shifts, your own surroundings fade into darkness, replaced by a low-to-the-ground, fish-eyed perspective looking out into the grand dining hall. The room is vast and choked with the heavy, acrid stench of roasted mystery, stale ale, and unwashed goblin hides. A long, splintered wooden table dominates the center of the hall, illuminated by flickering, guttering torches set into the wall sconces. Scattered across the table are clay mugs, nod bones, and greasy playing cards. Hey, just nobody. So what we're doing is we're playing some D&D against, with Gemini. So we created a Gemini gem a while back, and I'm kind of like, I'm seeing how it plays, and I'm seeing how it works, and then I'm taking notes, and I'm kind of adjusting the gem. And then, so I'm going to be doing a bunch of one-shots and then, like, playing through them like this. I'm probably going to be doing it every other Saturday. I may have a stream on Monday night as well. Probably not super late into the night because I'm going to have to get up early the next day, but I'm trying to set up my laptop so that way I can play. But this is D&D. I think I'm using the 5e rules, the 2014 5e rules, I think is what we got going on. So, but we are Dr. ForeHead, a very human warlock, pact of the deep, the fathomless, pact of the fathomless. But I flavored it a little bit. So it's going to be really cool. At the sound of the loud clang from the kitchen door, the rowdy shouting. So what happened here, just nobody, is that I brought my familiar back out. It's a pseudo dragon, but I'm flavoring it as a lava shark, a flying lava shark, and I sent it into this room ahead of me to see what was in there. Like, I know there's some goblins in there that are probably hostile to me, but I want to see exactly what I'm getting myself into, and it didn't go well. I rolled on that one for the dude. It was bad. It's bad. Very bad. Very, very bad. Oops. I'm gonna do that. Oops. Try, there we go. Okay. There we go. All right. At the sound of the loud clang from the kitchen door, the rowdy shouting and laughter in the room instantly dies down. You see 5 goblins freeze. 3 of them are clustered around the center of the table, holding decks of cards, while 2 more are slumped on wooden benches near the back wall, gripping short bows. Every single one of them turns their sharp yellow eyes directly toward the north kitchen door, right where Frank is currently stuck under the frame. One of the card-playing goblins, sporting a notched ear and a stained leather jerkin, slowly reaches for a notched scimitar. Because I kind of want it to be just the, what do you mean all black? Like, can you see all the words and stuff like that? Like, you can see, like, the all the different stats and stuff, right? See nothing? Whoa. I'm seeing everything. I would refresh. I just went to the YouTube link and I see everything. I see my webcam, I see all the stats, I see the Gemini, I see my shark. Got it fixed. Awesome. I'm glad to hear that. I was worried, man. I was worried. Alright, back to the reading. So this is the Gemini. And then I have down below right here, that's Dr. ForeHead, it's a Warlock variant. She was Warlock, level 5. And then I have the various stats for my Warlock. So let me get back to this. Slowly reaches for a notched scimitar resting on the table. He lets out a low, guttural, hissing goblin, pointing a dirty green finger toward Frank's glowing orange eyes. Back in the kitchen, your physical body stands completely motionless and unresponsive, staring blankly into space as you pour all your consciousness into your familiar senses. Grump the goblin watches you stall out, his eyes darting frantically between your frozen expression and the sharp, angry muttering rising from the other side of the door. He grips the edge of the prep table, trembling, but remains silent so he doesn't break your concentration. The goblins in the dining hall have completely spotted Frank, and the room has gone dead silent as they prepare to investigate the noise. Because you are currently using your action to see through Frank's eyes, you are blind and deaf to your actual surroundings in the kitchen. What would you like to do? I want to know how big that room is. We're gonna say before we go any farther. Let's just ask that, see what it does. Another ad's gonna start on Twitch here in about 9 minutes. And drink some more of my tea. Peach tea. The grand dining hall is quite spacious, measuring roughly 40 feet wide from east to west and 60 feet long from north to south. Here is the breakdown of the layout from Frank's low-angle perspective at the northern door. Frank is currently stuck at the center wall. To his immediate left or right along this wall, the floor is cluttered with empty wooden barrels and stacks of dirty crates. The long splintered dining table stretches from north to south down the exact middle of the hall, starting about 15 feet away from Frank. 3 card-playing goblins are clustered around the middle section of this table, roughly 30 feet away from the northern door. The back wall, the far southern wall, is 60 feet away from Frank. This is where the 2 archer goblins are positioned on their benches, giving them a clear, unobstructed line of sight down the length of the hall toward the kitchen door. The room spans 20 feet to the left and 20 feet to the right of the central table. Stone pillars line these walls, supporting the heavy timber ceiling and creating deep, dark shadows between the flickering torch sconces. Given this layout and the fact that the 5 goblins have all turned their attention towards Frank at the North Door, how would you like to proceed? Let's see, what is this? Hellfire, Mind Sliver. So I think what I want to do yeah, we're gonna use Can I cast those from my familiar? I should be able to, right? Where is it? Oh, I can only, it has to be touch. Has to be touch. And we're gonna manage this. We're gonna add familiar. Pseudo dragon. So that way I know what I can do. That's all within touch as well. Oh, ha ha ha. We're gonna cast Mind Sliver. Yeah, because it's 2d6. I am going to Dr. ForeHead comes out of the trance with his familiar and rushes the door. Then casts the Mind Sliver and trip on one of the archers in the back. At the far end of the room in order to save his familiar. Oh, dude, I just realized there's a speaker button here. I use a microphone button. I might have to try that. About 3 minutes, we're going to take another ad break, and I'll probably get up and move around a little bit. And I suggest you guys do too. -1. No, I am a warlock. I do not use intelligence as a casting modifier. The tension in the room snaps like a dried twig as Dr. Ford bursts from his trance, seeing Frank cornered by the northern entrance. The wizard rushes forward toward the doorway, focuses his mind, and unleashes a jagged spike of psychic energy at one of the distant goblin archers on the southern benches. The goblin archer suddenly clutches its head, its eyes widening in localized agony as the mental assault pierces a psyche. The goblin lets out a sharp, muffled shriek, nearly dropping. No. What? Is that saving? Oh, it is an intelligence saving throw. Okay. 13. No, my save DC is 14. What is it doing here? Does it not remember the one I gave it? Let me roll the damage, please. The goblin lets out a sharp, muffled shriek, nearly dropping its short bow as the psychic sliver fractures its concentration down the center of the hall. The three-card playing goblins kick their stools back, their hands flying to the scimitars at their belts as they hiss in alarm. We are officially entering combat initialization. I need everyone to roll initiative so we can determine the turn order. Please provide your initiative roll and your next response. Hold up. Wait a minute. In the future, please let the players roll damage for their attacks and in the future, please let players roll damage for their attacks and their spells. Think familiars. Yeah. It's Dex, right? So what did I say? Plus 2? Oops. Yeah, plus 2. 12, so 14. Remember? Oh. Are we back from the ad? Mm-mm. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Nobody caught the blue. Okay, so sorry about that. So I rolled a 13. Actually, I rolled an 11 plus 2. Frank rolled a 12 plus 2. So Frank's actually gonna go before me in initiative order. Does the music need to be louder? Okay, so it acknowledged me. Frank goes first, and then the goblins. Won the tiebreaker split. Okay, so it's Frank, goblins, me. Since I roll for identical groups of monsters on a single initiative block, here's the official turn order for the Grand Dining Hall Skirmish. Frank, you are currently positioned. Sorry, this is bugging me. Frank, you are currently positioned at the northern door. The 3-card playing goblins in the center of the room are scrambling for their weapons. The 2 archers are at the far southern wall, though one is currently shaking off the psychic shock. Dr. ForeHead's mind's letter. Because your initiative is at the top of the round, you kick things off. What would you like to do? Frank, the flying lava shark, will fly at and sting the first goblin he reaches. a familiar can't attack, but it can take other actions as normal. But I have a thing that says it can take on a more powerful form, and when I take the attack action, I can forgo one of my attacks to allow my familiar to make one attack with this action. Pause for a minute. I have act of the chain. Does that mean my familiar, my pseudo dragon? Am I spelling that right? Ew. It didn't look right. On its own turn. Okay, let's do this. Pause for a minute. I have Pact of the Chain as a pact boon, meaning I can have familiars that are more powerful, and my pseudo dragon can attack on my turn as a reaction. Does that mean that it can also attack on its own turn? Unlike other familiars? Question mark. Let's see what it says. Echo. Let's see what it says. That is a fantastic question. Pact of the Chain is easily one of the coolest features for a Warlock. The answer is actually no. It does not get its own independent action on its turn, but let's break down exactly how the sequencing works so you can maximize it. Familiar can't attack, but it can take other actions as normal: dash, disengage, help. My Pact of the Chain feature gives me a special exception to that rule, but it requires your action economy to trigger. The feature states when you take action, that attack action on your turn, you can forgo one of your own attacks to allow your familiar to make one attack of its own with its reaction. So the pseudo dragon is using its reaction to strike, but it only does so on your turn when you sacrifice an attack to command it. So it can help, it can deliver a touch-based spell for you using its reaction on your turn when you cast it. Position itself or use disengage to fly away without provoking opportunity attacks, thanks to its flyby-like agility, though remember pseudo dragons don't have standard flyby, they just have great stealth and speed. Yeah, of course they do. Okay, so. Alright. So then what he will do. Frank will fly to the first goblin. And then main action dodge to give him to give his attackers disadvantage, but Frank will still be it. Why am I doing this? Frank will fly to the nearest goblin and then main action dodge so that he is close enough to the goblin, but not in a position to be attacked easily. Frank will fly to the nearest goblin and then main action dodge so that he's close enough to the goblin but not in a position to be attacked easily. And I made it so that way the DM, it will always tell me what the rolls are and stuff. I think it'll still give me the rolls for all the other things or whatever. He doesn't have a fly spell. He can fly. He's a pseudo dragon. He has a fly speed. The clearing is a chaotic mesh of trampled mud and dense briars to the north. A jade limestone ridge rises up. What? Stop. Back up. Where are we? We were just inside a grand dining hall. And now you are describing an outside location. Please rewind. Like, what in the world? I'm gonna have to restart this. This is getting frustrating. The fabric of the weave. My apologies. Let's step backward and correct course. The fabric of the weave snaps back into place, and the bloody clearing vanishes like mist. You are inside the estate's grand dining hall. Dude, what the flip? I'm about to restart this because it totally just went sideways. Like, pause. Why are we here? I hate that I have to do this. Am I still in the... yeah? There's a Raichu, a female Raichu. Let's get Dr. ForeHead and Frank through these goblins so we can rescue Chutney and get the recipe for that pie. Oh, and also to rescue from dude. It was like there was some stuff that wasn't aligning. So weird. So weird. Flickering amber light of the smoldering hearths danced the crowd, casting on some shadows up onto the vaulted stone arches. To your immediate left or right, massive splintering oak dining tables have been overturned and shoved against the wall, serving as crude barricades strewn with knot bones and dented pewter mud. Ahead of you, the hall stretches. Yeah, totally changed the scene. All right. Frank, my flying lava shark does not need the fly spell to fly. It has a fly speed of 60 feet. And Frank will fly to the nearest goblin and main action dodge. And that will end Frank's turn. My flying lava shark does not need the fly spell to fly. It has a fly speed of 60 feet, and Frank will fly to the nearest goblin. Pseudo dragon flavored as a lava shark. I caught that right. Let's put. Oh, yeah. We got about probably half an hour, maybe 45 minutes here. and then we're gonna call it a night. I'm even as frustrating as this is, I'm still having some fun. Frank surges forward, a streak of molten red and jagged stone slicing through the air of the grand dining hall. He closes the distance effortlessly, hovering right in the face of the nearest goblin, crouching behind the overturned table. The goblin yelps, pressing its back hard against the wood as Frank weaves, bobs, and tenses to predict any incoming blows, taking dodge action. With Frank's turn complete, we need to establish a formal turn order before aiming. Oh my gosh, bro. What? Seriously, we did this. These have better memory. We already did this. This is frustrating. This is the frustrating part on some of these AIs because, like this one, I don't know if it's because I'm using the free version of the AI or whatever, but like it shouldn't just reset. Like I get that it takes time and stuff, but come on. My mistake entirely. Thank you for getting us back on track. I will lock that initiative order into my memory files right now. Since the tiebreaker went to the goblins, they immediately react to Frank's aggressive surge into their defensive line, seeing a tiny flying lava shark hovering right in their faces. The first two goblins panic and shift their focus entirely at Frank. They drop their short bows, draw their jagged, rusty scimitars, and slash wildly at the dodging familiar. The other two goblins stay behind the massive stone pillar halfway down the hall, keeping their short bows aimed past the commotion at Dr. ForeHead, letting loose a volley of black feathered arrows. Here are the combat calculations for the goblin's turns. That one misses, that one misses. It doesn't. They don't. On a hit, I will take 6 damage, but yeah, that will hit me. So I will take 6 damage. I'm gonna add my thing to the where's the downloads? Okay, so that's the warlock. Here is my character sheet. Again. That did hit, and I removed the 6 damage. Is there anything I can do? You point your finger, and the creature that damaged you is momentarily surrounded by hellish flames. Creature must make, I removed 6 damage, but As a reaction, I cast Hellish Rebuke. Is that a spell? It is. We'll leave it alone. We're not gonna reaction. Alright. Then on my turn, I will Dr. ForeHead will I got 2 beans. Should be able to target more than one, I think. Well, cast the cantrip Eldritch Blast. Firing 2 streams of lava at the lava beams at the goblin that hit me. I roll to hit the +6. Oh my word, really? Come on, man. And it's a 9. 9 total. 9. What's my bonus? Do I have bonus actions? Oh. As a bonus action, I create the tentacles, which aren't actually gonna be tentacles. That's my main action. And as my bonus action, I will cast Tentacles of the Deep, but I am flavoring it as a lava shark fin. The lava shark in the ground. And doing fire damage instead of cold damage. Please remember the flavor of my tentacles of the deep. I will Um, going to make the melee. Oh, it's a Ponyta. Attack on the other goblin that fired the arrows. I roll to hit. And a flippin' 10. Oh my word. But now my tentacle of the deep is out and swimming around. Let's see what it says here after we did all that. Gemini is getting a bad review today. Come on. If I get enough people hanging out, maybe we'll switch to... If I can get enough subs and stuff, we'll switch to Grok. I'll upgrade. I'll do the premium Grok, and we'll do that. No, I added the did it just lay out the scene again? The layout of the hallway remains tight and hazardous. You stand near the entryway, the stone floor beneath you slick with ancient dust and debris. Directly in front of you, 15 feet down the corridor, Frank is hovering amidst two frantic goblins who are actively swinging at him next to a pair of overturned rotting wooden tables that block half the hall's width. Further down, roughly 35 feet away from your current position, is a massive cracked stone pillar that juts out from the right wall, providing significant cover. Ducked right behind this pillar are the remaining two archers. Goblin 3 is the one who just notched a hit against your armor class. The floor between Frank's melee scuffle and that distant pillar is a clear, open kill zone of smooth flagstones. Turn resolution now. Acknowledging the sharp sting of the arrow, you unleash your dark arcane eye. Two crackling beams of superheated molten stone erupt from your hands, streaking directly down the center of the hallway toward the stone pillar where the archer hides. Simultaneously, the stone flagstones right at the base of the pillar begin to glow a cherry red from before bursting open. A spectral shark made entirely of churning viscous lava erupts from the floorboards, snapping its molten jaws shut as it swims through the solid rock towards Goblin 3. Because all three of your total attack rolls landed right on the borderline, I need to apply the mechanical layout to see if they pass the target's defenses before we calculate any damage. Okay. Once I verify the target's status against those rolls, we'll see exactly how much fire and force energy tears into the backline. Okay, so... what? What? You're the DM. gave you the rules with my modifiers added. I am assuming they missed. Dude. It's getting irritating. I'm about to just start over. I am about to start over here. This is frustrating. Oh, nobody caught the planeta. It's still added the dude. And then it okay, we're gonna start over. This is pissing me off. It's still rolling damage for me. And it's just assuming, like, those goblins, there's no way they have a 15 armor class. There's no way. A regular goblin has an armor class of 15. Okay, so a 15 would have hit them. Okay, we're just gonna bad response. Didn't follow directions. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do this. So we're going to start a new one with a new gem with the same gem. We're gonna there we go. Okay. So it already has the stuff. So when I do this and the gems, it already has the basic rules in there. Guided learning. Should we try a different one? We're gonna try a different one. This is upsetting. Should I try Granny's apple pie again? Dr. ForeHead was summoned by Tindarius the wizard to help him get Grammy's apple pie recipe. Please be my DM and run this one shot for me. I had included my character sheet for Dr. ForeHead, the Warlock, and the one-shot adventure DM notes. Is there anything else that you might need from me to run this session for me? Okay, sorry, there's stuff that fell, and I'm gonna pick it up. Give me a second. Oh. Greetings. I'm your dungeon master. I'm absolutely thrilled to run. Your character sheet is incredibly detailed, and the adventure notes give us everything we need to dive right in. The only minor detail that might be handy later is the specific form of your pact of the Chain Familiar, but we can establish that whenever you decide to call upon him. Remember, as noted in the adventure guidelines, this module is highly flexible. Combat is completely avoidable through cleverness, diplomacy, or stealth, and pacifist approaches are fully rewarded. Let us set the stage. Okay. We'll go through one spot here and see what happens. But yeah. Because I got like 20 minutes. Maybe we start this next time. I'm a little aggravated about this. This irritates me that I had to start over. Frustrating. Very frustrating. I have everything set up here. Hopefully I can get everything set up on the laptop and we can run this, because the only thing that really, like, the Gemini page isn't that hard to set up on my other laptop and stuff, so should be able to do this no problem. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. I apologize for AI being AI. I mean, you know, kind of a pain in the neck. We'll pin this. So now it's pinned, and we can come back to it. All right. We've learned some things about the AI. I'm not sure where it went sideways, but we'll figure it out. And we'll get things squared away eventually. So, and then we'll have lots of fun going through this. So, I appreciate y'all hanging out and having fun. It is what it is. Maybe we'll get some other people together and we'll do an online digital D&D game, or maybe we'll do some other role-playing games, some other TCRPGs here online on stream. If we can get some people that want to play at this time slot. But I'm gonna take off. I hope you all have a great night. So remember that Jesus loves you, God blesses you, and watch out for lava sharks. We'll see you next time.